Let me preface this by blaming all of you, the entirety of Reddit, for desensitizing me and giving me major trust issues on April Fool's Day. Yesterday, I got a group text from my wife's side of the family stating, there was an emergency family meeting that night over dinner at my mother-in-law's house. I immediately had April Fool's spidey senses tingling, but we hadn't gotten together since Christmas, so I overlooked it and said my wife and I would attend. We were the last to arrive, and it was pretty somber when we walked in. We all sat down at the table and my wife's brother, Tim, informed the family that his wife, Ashley, has been having an affair and they are divorcing. The affair was with a longtime close family friend, Chris, who lived a block away. Chris's wife, Jen, had caught them when she came home early one day last week and broke the news to my brother-in-law, Tim. Both families have been friends for years. They live less than a block from each other, have been married for more than 15 years, and have 4 children around the same age. I have always thought both of them were picture-perfect families. In fact, all 4 of them and their children were at our house 2 weeks ago for a barbecue. After airing a lot of dirty laundry and their plans to divorce, and opening it up for any questions, there was silence. I broke the silence with laughter and a slow clap, saying this was the best April Fool's gag I had ever seen, but I was not falling for it. I told Ashley and especially Tim that they should consider going into theater. Their performances were top-notch, and the tears seemed genuine. Being the newest member of the family, my wife and I have been married 6 months. I probably should not have said anything. Everyone in the room looked horrified. My mother-in-law, who had been crying the entire time, lost her composure, left the room in hysterics, and did not return before we left. Tim just shook his head, and his cheating wife let out a brief chuckle before calling me out for being a fool for thinking this was a ruse, then berating me for being so insensitive. The rest of the family sat in silence, shaking their heads as my wife berated me for trying to make a joke out of a serious situation. I am still dumbfounded. In hindsight, I probably should have stayed silent, but I honestly still feel like I was calling out an April Fool's gag.